Hi. So here Mr. J is with us, who is going to give a talk on our Discuss Agile Delhi 2019 conference. So Mr. J, so please can you share what are you going to give in a talk today in the conference?
Okay, so my talk is scaling or no scaling, a Scrum Perspective. So in this talk, basically, I'll be telling the attendees of those whoever choose to be on my track, basically answer possible queries regarding the scaling. When is the right time to scale?
Okay.
Whether you should scale or not, that always remains a question. Because there are teams who try to scale but then they fail because scaling is not a thing that should be done right away. There are pros and cons to it. So first you need to have your the basic Scrum implemented correctly, and you should start seeing success from that implementation, and then you should start thinking of failure. So basically there are a couple of statements which come from Jeff Sutherland, which I'll be which is he has written in the Scrum Guide as well, and he usually talks about it during all his conferences and all. So those two statements I'll be telling that when to scale, why to scale, and then possibly take the questions from the audience as well. Obviously they'll be having a lot of questions when it comes to the scaling part.
So what do you think, what will be the people takeaways from your talk? What do you think?
Okay, so people takeaways would be, they would understand that is there a need to scale, and whether the basic Scrum implementation would be helpful for them to keep going. And if the organization thinks that yes, the scaling is required, then what are the parameters? First, they need to do a self-assessment of their projects, of their organization, the kind of implementation they have. And once they get a result of that organization, then probably go to the best framework which suits them, rather than reading a case study that, okay, this organization implemented Spotify model. So it worked them, but that cannot work for me because every framework and every organization are different. So those things also I will be discussing.
So I just want to know what forced you to choose this topic?
Okay. So the reason why I chose this topic, because the scaling part always remains a mystery now. People always think that it's always fine to just go for scaling right away on an aggressive manner, and then there are times when they're bound to fail as well. In fact, my own implementation, so we had SAFe implemented, but then unfortunately after few months of implementation, we actually started going on the decreasing side, and then most of the scale, that SAFe components were done away, and they were only, like, we were only doing the PI planning concept, and then we were doing the ART concept. That's the only two things which we had. Apart from all the other stuff was like done away with, and that's not the correct implementation of SAFe. So now we have actually gone back to our basics. So this case study as well, I'll be presenting in front of them, my own organization, which has restarted the transformation journey again. So we have started a pilot project where we are correcting the basic Scrum implementation first, and then probably we'll be, if this team gets good result, so based on this, we'll try to scale it up. Framework we have not yet decided yet, but yes, scaling would be there. Which framework, we really don't know. Or in fact, a question whether we are, if we get a good amount of success for these teams, probably we may not even scale. So these things also I'll be discussing during that session.
So apart from this scaling part, so anything else you want to share with us?
Anything else? So I would actually like to thank Eisenbridge for inviting me as a speaker here. So this journey actually started with Eisenbridge only, and it's all about Saket, and me and this organization actually started this journey literally at the same time. With the kind of sessions Saket used to deliver, with all the the journey which I had, that has literally helped me. So I started being an attendee in this conference, and now I'm sitting here as a speaker in the same conference. So it's a good feeling, and I can see that yes, the path is growing.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you, Jay, for giving us your precious time.
Thank you.
And sharing your knowledge and thoughts with us.
Yeah, thank you.